Today I'm going to show you how to make my super easy shrimp dumplings. They only have a couple ingredients, and the first thing I'm going to prep is my garlic and ginger. If you take a spoon and start scraping the side of your ginger, the skin will actually come off very easily. It only takes a couple of seconds and then you have a nice clean piece of ginger to work with. Once I'm done taking the skin off, I'm actually just going to run it along my microplane so that it's really finely grated. In this recipe, I don't want big chunks of garlic or ginger. I want something that's super smooth that can be incorporated really nicely into that shrimp mixture. So I'm doing the same with the garlic here, and you can see my two little piles of grated garlic and ginger. I've also cut up some green onions, and that's all gonna go in my shrimp mixture later. So now you have to prep your shrimp. I've got thawed shrimp that has been devined and shelled, and then I'm just gonna start rough chopping it. I personally like my dumplings to have some texture, so I'm not too worried about the size. I do want some bigger chunks, some larger chunks, and once I'm done that, I'm just gonna transfer all of that shrimp mixture into a large bowl. And then I'm going to add my garlic, ginger, and green onion mix into that bowl. Oop, I dropped it. Once that's all in the bowl, I'm just gonna give it a quick stir before I put any additional seasoning in. I do want all of that green onion, garlic, and ginger to be fully incorporated in the shrimp before I add any salt and pepper or anything like that. And now the first thing I'm gonna add is my sesame oil. Sesame oil is the flavor that you associate with dumplings, so I'm adding a decent dollop in there, and then I'm going to add some fish sauce, just a couple of dashes because it can be very overpowering. And then lastly, I'm going to add just a little bit of soy sauce for some color and salt. Once I've added all of those, I'm going to add some salt and then just a couple cracks of freshly ground pepper, and I'm going to stir all of that up in this large bowl until it is fully incorporated. And you can see the soy sauce does add a little bit of color to that shrimp, and you want to make sure that all of that garlic and ginger and seasoning is fully mixed. So now that we have our shrimp mixture made, we are ready to make some dumplings. These are wonton wrappers. You can find them in most grocery stores. They're usually in the vegetable section with the bean sprouts. So first you're just gonna put a little pile of that shrimp mixture on the wrapper and wet all four sides so that when you're folding it, it all sticks together really nicely. So once I'm done that, I'm just gonna pinch the two opposite corners together at the top, and then I'm gonna pinch the sides, making sure that there's no major air bubbles within the wrapper. Then you're just gonna pinch it together in the middle, and you've got yourself a nice little dumpling package. You can fold your dumplings however you want. There's no right or wrong answer. I am not the best at folding dumplings. This method works for me, but feel free to get creative. That's the beauty of this recipe. As you can see, I've got a nice little plate of dumplings that are ready to be steamed. I have a steamer that came with this pot set. I've added a piece of parchment paper with a little bit of oil on the bottom just to ensure that those dumplings won't stick while they're cooking. So you're just gonna put it on a pot that has a little bit of water in the bottom, and once it gets all nice and steamy, you're gonna add those dumplings into the pot, making sure that they're all nicely spaced out so that you're not gonna have them stick together. And then you're just gonna put the top back on and let them chill out in there for 5 to 10 minutes or until you notice that the dumpling package becomes translucent and you can see that the shrimp is pink inside, just like that. Once they're done, you can transfer them onto your plate with whatever dipping sauce you like. I've got some soy sauce and sriracha in there, and they are ready to be eaten. Look at how good those look. So shiny, super easy. Delicious. Guys, this recipe is seriously so easy. You can make your own steamed shrimp dumplings at home in less than 20 minutes. It's healthy, it's fresh, and they taste delicious. I personally like to dip it in some soy sauce and sriracha. And we'll just do a taste test. So good, so easy. Let me know if you try it.